Yeah, niggas better learn the lingo, cause they'll be looking for you in that water finding Nemo. See, Palm Beach County be the craziest. Them Broward County niggas be the craziest. And them Dade County niggas be the wildest. Shout out to Bell Glaze and my niggas at Fort Myers. Salute to all my Florida boys out here on the grind. When niggas out here getting dough with that snow and the sunshine. Ducking nine, waiting at the port to bring in that order. Cause niggas like depend on what come across that water. Welcome to South. I was born in the South, raised in the South. A Dade County nigga that was made in
to one of your
King
homeboys.
Street, my fault.
What's going on, man? I was just talking to myself like
for a second.
But now, man, we've been about to talk some Kane football. We got Rich X Med in here. Make sure you like, share, send the video out, man. Send it to one of your homeboys that's a Kane fan, man. Just send it to one homeboy for us. Share it for us. About to get into a few things. Main thing, number one thing on the board, quarterback position. We're gonna get into that. The quarterback, the transfer portal. We're gonna talk a little bit about Rutgers. Update on some injuries. And what's going on at Florida State, man. I don't know. I thought we had a mass exodus, man. Them boys getting out of there and they tweeting.
They mad. I think the fans are even madder because the players are tweeting. They want the players to just go out and say, I'm itching the portal without saying why.
See, the boys just went 13-0. So, but we're gonna get into that. We'll get into that. So yeah, man, hit the like button, share, send it to your friend. Everybody right now, man. Look for the share button on the YouTube thing and send it to your homeboy that's a Kane fan.
It's right next to the like button, which you should hit.
Send it to the homeboy right now.
Dre Jeezy said the song's trash and funny. Dre Jeezy, we taking some. I guess the intro. Make us a better one. Anywho,
Dre Jeezy the first one that ever said that, boy. That's like we like 136 and 1. Dre Jeezy the first person ever said he didn't like that song.
No, I think he's talking about that song that the dude from Florida State dropped.
What song?
It's a dude who's a Florida State fan dropped a diss song.
He dissed the college football playoff committee. That shit is corny.
That shit is college football.
That shit is as corny as when Deion did it.
He said something about Miami in it, and it was funny because everybody instantly was like, "Nigga, you dissing Miami, and you can't even get a real Florida State jersey." Like,
yeah, he said like he had a Boston College jersey on.
Could have raised up some money for him to get a jersey or something.
So listen, we got Rich in the back. We're gonna bring Rich here.
Yeah, Rich in here. Hey man, Fins fans, y'all press 1, man. Make sure y'all okay, man.
See, he said he talking about the FSU song. I ain't never heard nobody say the South Florida song was trash. So even FSU and fans said it was hard. Like,
I remember the first time I heard it, I didn't think it was when we heard it sitting in Lorna's. It didn't sound like nothing to me. Until Twan put video to it, and then it brought.
Because when you was listening to it, you heard the lyrics and you were like, "Oh, nah, that ain't really gonna be played." But
that thing was rough.
Yeah.
Ask y'all questions if y'all need to, man. We gonna star them, highlight them. We'll spin the block after we talk about what we gonna talk about, man. So shout out to y'all once again. Make sure I hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Oh, we had 1,900 subscribers. We didn't gain 200 subscribers since.
We gotta get to 2,000 a night. We're gonna get to 2,000 a night, dog.
That's
Make sure you subscribe, man. Hit the subscribe button. We took a break, man. After the season, man, we took a break. Had to take a breath, man. That was trashy ass season, trashy ass QB play. We had to take a break, man. But we back. So listen, first things first. Cam Ward, Will Howard, right? I think we get one of these two quarterbacks. How percentage we get one of these two quarterbacks? But me and X said it 4 years ago. Money is involved. when money gets involved, stop thinking things are going to always make sense. They're not going to always make sense. Um, Sometimes when people do stuff for money, yeah, it'll land you in Wisconsin or it'll land you at Michigan State, and you ain't never seen snow before. But the dough is right.
Should be
Sometimes the
there every
boy
night.
Like tonight.
they gonna be there every night. You know what I'm saying? That bread right, the boy gonna be there every night. So stop thinking everything gonna make sense. It's not. One of the weirdest things I seen was us in the season and our starting quarterback of the last 2-3 years jumping the portal before the portal even opened. As Kane fans, it didn't look weird, but if you was on the outside looking in, that looked very weird.
Mm-hmm.
It looked very weird. If you was not a Kane fan, you was looking at the Canes, you'd be like, what this? Like, what just happened over there?
They running their mouth about Mario. Mario can't control his team.
Right. So stop. Money involved now. Everything ain't gonna make sense. It's gonna make dollars. So back to Cam Ward, Will Howard. So Will Howard, Kansas State guy, has he took any other visits anywhere else?
Nah, he said he didn't want to take no other visits. But they trying to get him out west. With Lincoln Riley and USC. Cam didn't say he wasn't. He only said he was going to take the 2 visits. He just wasn't sure when he was going to take the first day visit. So it's us for both players. It's us, and then Cam has Florida State on their mind, and then he's still the NFL also. So I keep saying people talk about how long you wait for Cam. This weekend, if they don't hear some great news for Cam, they finna tell Will Howard, come on, buddy. Let's get this thing rolling.
You think so, X?
Yeah, because
signing day is Thursday. They make the decision before the bowl game?
Yeah. Signing day is Thursday. They got to make the decision before the bowl game. Signing day is Thursday. Some other highly recruits looking at this decision and saying, okay, who's going to be that quarterback for that team? You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of recruits and portal kids saying, yeah, Miami. I said it on Space yesterday, man. Both of those quarterbacks say Miami isn't a 7-5 team. They just was a few players who didn't work hard enough for it not to be a 7-5 team. So now you got players saying, okay, we could join that team, and then they won't be 7-5. They could have been 10-2. So it's like a lot of these kids are looking at what's going on with this quarterback situation with Miami.
Right. So you're saying Will Howard, only visit he took was us?
Yeah, only visit was Miami. Everybody thought it was Howard when he came, but that was Will Rogers who came on a secret visit, which ended up getting out. But Will Howard and Cam Ward was the 2 guys Miami identified as soon as those guys hit the portal.
Compare Will Howard to somebody. Alex Smith in college.
Will Howard is a big quarterback.
Alex
he's
Smith?
What, 6'5"? You say who?
Alex Smith.
So he's way bigger than Alex Smith. What was that quarterback? What was that quarterback who played for Ohio State that year that only played in the playoffs or only played in the bowl game and ended up beating I think it was Oklahoma or somebody or Oregon or one of them. The big tall guy. Then he ended up going to the NFL, but he was sorry.
JT Barrett? No,
not JT Barrett. Not JT Barrett. It was
what schools did he play for?
Ohio State. Remember the year when Cardell, him. That's who he kind of remind me of because he's big. He could run. He could throw the ball. He got a very, very, very strong arm.
I heard people talking about that motherfucker gonna be a tight end at the next level.
Yeah, I mean he kept gaining weight. That's his thing. He just couldn't not gain no weight.
But he can actually run the ball. Like Big Ben, I don't remember him running in college.
Nah, Big Ben ain't run the ball like that.
6'5", 240. He could touch
definitely the ball. Definitely not Terrell Pryor. I don't know why they said that name. That's crazy.
How
So
many
probably more along the
touchdowns?
build of Ja'Cory Harris. I mean Ja'Cory Brown.
You
That
say
dude could
how
run.
many touchdowns? I think you were at 25?
24,
24,
12
25.
interceptions, or 10 interceptions,
Yeah, 10 interceptions.
2,600 yards. And then you got Cam Ward, who we talked about ad nauseum. Both quarterbacks upgrade from last year. So both quarterbacks huge upgrade from last year. I think the fans, the community, Jeremiah probably want Cam Ward just because. Um, but I think both will be an upgrade from last year. Um, and we'll see a different offense. I think we see a different offense in the bowl game with Ja'Cory Brown. I think the
Yeah, same
last
way they
guy
did
kind
for
of,
the
huh?
same way they did for Emory. Emory never ran the same
But when I
offense.
say a different offense, okay, let me word it different. I think the last boy kind of handicapped Dawson, and it took Dawson half a season to realize he was handicapped, and then he tried to figure it out. But I think we may see Dawson's offense more open with Ja'Cory. Like he may find Arroyo running down the seam or something. You know what I'm saying? Like he may, you know what I'm saying? I think he hit some people. He hit some of those people that were running open the whole season. That Tyler Van Dyke wasn't in his agenda, or his the way he had to play football.
I mean, just look at it like this. Once teams figured out if we play Tyler, if we zone up, cover 3, zone against Tyler, we don't really have to load the box. You know what I'm saying? With Ja'Cory, they're gonna have to load that box because he's gonna run the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even if he doesn't, he pulls it and he throws the ball, it ain't gonna be no zone out there. It's gonna be most likely man on man. And
Right.
I expect him to make those throws.
Right. What they were looking for was a quarterback that was proven, that they've seen go through struggles, a proven guy, somebody who they can assess and say, okay, he threw 2 interceptions. Let's see how he bounced back. They were looking for a proven guy. They weren't trying to take a shot in the dark at QB. So whoever they get is going to be somebody solidified, and then I guess they'll come in and compete next year. But whoever coming in getting big money, I'm sure that competition is not going to be fair. Everybody up here. So out of the two, who was y'all, Mehdi? Who do you want out of the two?
Cam Ward.
Cam Ward. What about you, Rich?
I mean, Cam Ward is not even close.
No. You want Cam Ward 2X?
Yeah, I want Cam Ward. I mean, but I'm not gonna let him hold us hostage though.
Right. Because X, you feel like he's still playing with the
I
NFL.
mean, listen, if Cam Ward was in Miami already, just say he was in Miami, he gets around Drew Rosenhaus, he's finna play it to he can't play it no more. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna make you either up the Bucks or he's going to the league. So I'm like, I'm not gonna let him hold us hostage. Do I want him? Absolutely. I feel like if he does come here, he creates a better opportunity as far as passing the ball because he does spread the ball out great. The only problem with him is he does have turnovers, like a
Cam
lot of
Ward?
turnovers. Yeah, he has a lot of turnovers.
Even so, X, like we coming from a situation where Cam Ward has never had more than 10 picks in a season. We watched
I mean,
a
but we
quarterback
saying
throw. We watched a
picks
quarterback throw
in,
10 in a matter of like 4 games. So
yeah.
I mean, it's
But
like the lesser 2 even.
15 fumbles and 10 interceptions is still 25 turnovers.
What's up
No,
with the
you right.
fumbles?
You right. Offensive
Yeah,
line
he
probably
fumbles the
So,
dog
ball a
so
shit.
lot.
who
He
had
fumbles the ball a lot.
15 fumbles in the season?
Cam Ward, he fumbles the
Yeah,
ball a lot.
15 fumbles.
Yeah, he
What's
fumbles
up with
the ball a
that?
lot.
Um,
Horrible O-line. Horrible O-line. O-line is not really blocking. And, he's trying to make every play he can make. You know what I'm saying? So he gets hit, holding the ball one hand, fumbles, or even when he does run the ball, he fumbles, stuff like that. I don't think he has to run at all when he comes to man because we'll block good for him. He'll be like
I mean,
an option.
I don't know, X. I ain't gonna write him off like that, though. You quarterback, you gotta protect the ball, though.
I mean, yeah, you got to protect the ball. I mean, Again, you got to protect the ball.
I
You
ain't
got
gonna
to protect
just
the
give
ball.
him that. You gotta protect the ball, though. You quarterback, dog. You gotta protect the ball.
So Howard
15
got
fumbles.
10 interceptions in 4 years. Twice. I mean, yeah, twice in 4 years.
How many times is he throwing the ball a game?
Who?
Howard.
Let's look.
My
I
assumption
mean,
would be less than the
Ward.
Washington State
But
offense.
you say Howard threw 10 interceptions 2 years straight?
No, I say he's never thrown 10 interceptions,
Oh.
more than 10 interceptions in a season.
But has he thrown 10 in a season is a question.
He has.
Okay, yeah, he's thrown 10 interceptions twice. He thrown his freshman year, and then he thrown it this last previous year.
Okay.
So to see the
Oh, here we go.
issue with Howard
Yeah.
is he's a 60% passer. Like, I don't know if that's good, because even TVD was way better than that as far as completion percentage. You know what I'm saying? Like, TVD on his worst day wasn't that bad.
So
Yeah,
if
and
we had to compare Will Howard and Ja'Cory Brown, let's say Ja'Cory's a 60% passer, Will Howard's a 60% passer. What would be the defining thing that would make Will Howard start over Ja'Cory?
More experience. That's it.
The fact
More
that you paid him $1 million?
That is experience. You pay him more than experience.
I mean, and the fact that he's thrown for 2,600 yards in the season, and 24 touchdowns.
2,600?
And 24 touchdowns, yeah. That's 2,600 more than I got Ja'Cory thrown.
Ja'Cory, okay.
he's also got an opportunity, yo. So we don't know.
Exactly.
All those points are moot when we consider we haven't given him an opportunity. Because I'm looking at Cam Ward, and yeah, I think he was still at Incarnate Word in 2020.
Woo, that boy lighting up.
Yeah. In 2021, yeah, he threw 10 touchdowns. I mean, he threw 10 picks, but he also threw for almost 5,000 yards that year.
That boy 40 touchdowns. 47 touchdowns. My bad.
That might have been his last season.
47 touchdowns.
Was that his last season in Incarnate Word?
590 attempts. Them boy was out there Alcorn State.
Yeah, that's when he realized. At this point, he realized, oh, I'm better than all these people. I gotta get up out of here. Right there, that's highlighted. He was like, I gotta leave. This too easy for me at this point.
Not only that, but I want to say this too. Like, when quarterbacks just have that flick of the wrist, that snap when they throw the ball. Cam has that. That's the thing that, and I'm not comparing Cam and Michael Vick because they the same, almost the same height or skin color or none of that. But I remember that flick that Michael Vick used to have, and that's why people was like, man, if he put it all together, man, he's gonna be dangerous because he just has that it factor when he throws a ball. You also see it with Kyler Murray, and that's what got him to the league. Guys just have like a certain zip on the ball where you're like, dang. Cam has that. And he's more accurate. So Will Howard is a better runner because of his size.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're being honest about where you want the offense to be, we're recruiting all these running backs, especially the type of running backs, the big bruising type backs, so that our quarterback does not have to run the ball, even on a consistent basis. So you don't have to dial up 20 design runs in a game. So those runs should come from scrambling when you're trying to get a first down and you're trying to do right by your team and stay out there on the field. So I completely understand what you're saying, X. If it does come to a situation where this young man is trying to hold us hostage, or he's getting around agents and agents are saying to do this and do that and hold out for money and all this other nonsense, then you got to let that ship sail and you got to build with what you got. So, um, so it is what it is. So opportunity waits for no man. So it is what it is.
Again, I mean, okay, so the whole thing being with Mario for the past 2 years, and even when he first got here was how fast he hire guys, how fast they make decisions with the portal players, and he hasn't had a good track record in making the fastest decisions. So,
Who,
basically,
Mario?
yeah, Mario, he hasn't. You know what I'm saying? Just look at it like this, man. When Porter opened last year, it was a lot of players we should have gotten. Mario
Right.
prolonged it with the hiring situation, and then going after players at the last minute. You know what I'm saying? We know you're a good dude where you can pull it off, Mario, but it don't always work like that. You know what I'm saying? So this year, they already identified who they want as soon as they got
Yeah,
the portal.
but X, I don't think
And
you take into consideration that this man was looking for two coordinators again at the end of the season.
but I'm saying, okay, so the thing is, if a coordinator is hired a lot faster, Keon Coleman is probably at Miami. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Or another top guys. But it's like, okay, well, the coordinator is taking you a long time to get that coordinator. You know what I'm saying? So
On
now,
paper, I think we forget though the coordinator we got. People seem to forget was coaching in the college football playoff, which is it. Josh Gallus wasn't coaching in the playoff last year,
oh, you
or
took no,
the
no,
year
no.
before we
I'm
hired.
talking. No, no, no. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. That one. I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about this past previous year. Once we knew we was gonna fire Josh Gallus.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of okay, they knew they weren't gonna keep Josh Gallus after the second signing day, which
We
was
were
in
playing the
February.
money game. Remember?
So they should have said that way. They should have said, okay, well, we going after a new coordinator and we're gonna have him here. Once that portal time opened up, you could have got better receivers. You know what I'm saying? We got two receivers out of the portal we didn't even use. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
crazy.
And then last year, like I said, I think he was making the right. And you got to remember too, he was also taking in consideration what TVD wanted because TVD had a say in that pick for Shannon Dawson coming here. So while everybody's like, we need to hurry up and speed it up. It's like once again, you always hear me say it with anything that Mario does. You would have done faster, you would have done right. Because many will argue.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
seemed like a point. It seemed like a point where it was like, man, Dawson might not be it, man. It might be the league might be too big for him. And then you couldn't find out, you know what I'm saying, from a school release podcast that it was TVD. That motherfucker can't go through progressions. We had to
Yeah.
handcuff the offense to get him to
Yeah, man.
even be remotely good, and that didn't happen till the last two games of the season. One in a loss, and the other one when the game's out of reach. So and he
But
just
see,
ended up jumping the portal.
the good thing about it is both Cam Ward and Will Howard plays in sort of similar offensive styles that
Correct.
Dawson wants to run. So if you just look at either one of them play, you already saying, well, okay, at least they both could go through their progression. Well, Dawson don't have to sit there and say, hey, this is who you need to throw the ball to. That's the good thing about us landing either one of those guys. And I think with Washington State, the intriguing thing with that one is Cam Ward offensive line was garbage. He was getting sacked almost like 5 times a game. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I think the only worst line in there was probably Colorado.
Yeah, I mean, the only look, I think we've had games where TVD didn't get touched. I mean, he got
Right.
touched by a ghost one game. It felt
Yeah,
like we
motherfucker had too much time in the pocket. Like,
you know
god
what I'm
damn.
saying? So
No, I'm just gonna fall. I'm just gonna fall down. I don't know where to throw this ball at. Let me just lay down.
just imagine you get Cam out there, man, and you got Jacoby George. I mean, Jacoby George out there running the route. Ray running the route. Rashad running the route. Bobby Washington running the route. You know what I'm saying? Then I ain't even gonna mention the freshmen. You know, I said I'll wait for those guys to come. But No, you got receivers like even the fast guy who came from Louisville. Like, just imagine he running down the field. You know what I'm saying? Now he's a problem because we know the quarterback gonna say, "Oh, option one not there." Oh, look at 15 running down the field. Like, God.
Right.
So we're in good shape.
So listen, man.
I still don't think, you know what I'm saying? Just I'm not gonna let a player hold us hostage. That's just I think
it's like he got some say so.
The business person and stuff like that. But like you just said, people, we ain't got no say so. So if they want to hold hostage, that's on them.
So listen, moving on, because those quarterbacks gonna be talked about until somebody make a decision. And if y'all didn't see, Shaq popped up at Prime 112, right? Rick Ross. Shaq popped up last time. Shaq popped up on who? Shaq popped up on.
Damn, man, you sound like them Florida State fans. Street, what we doing, man?
Who Shaq?
They told the Florida State fans talking about Warren Sapp pulled up on Cam Ward, and it's clearly Rick Ross.
Shaq popped up on who last year? Who Shaq popped up on that 112 last year? Y'all remember?
It was
sure.
The offensive lineman. It was
Javion Cohen?
Magor?
No, what?
Kamani McLean.
Francis. I think it was the one Manny just said. No, the one Manny just said.
Javion Cohen.
Cohen. Yeah, it was him.
So
Cohen had his girl with him, so everybody was like, "Well, damn, who that girl is right there, boy?"
Yeah, the Paul
Rick Ross popped up the other night. Like, how you think that happens? How you think they get Rick Ross to pop up down there?
Well, Rick Ross was down here for what you call the Art Basel week anyway. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing for them to say, "Hey man, we gonna be at Prime 112, man. We got to recruit. We want you to meet." Obviously, if you seen the Monday night game, you seen Rick Ross chilling with Ruben Bain. It's nothing.
Right.
Rick Ross is a Hurricane fan, so he'll pop up. That's easy for him.
So you think it's just a favor?
Yeah, I think it's like, hey man, we gonna be here. And then they found out that the parents are big fans of Rick Ross. Oh, y'all really big fans of Rick Ross like that? Oh, hey,
they big fans of Rick Ross. Oh,
yeah, they big fans of Rick Ross.
Hell, we saw other recruits. They was talking about it. It's like, if Rick Ross would pulled up on me and my son, I would have.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's what's up. And then Rick Ross announced he jumped in the NIL space. That was convenient.
Right.
You know, met the parents already. Listen. So next thing, bowl game versus Rutgers. I mean, we're hearing Jaden Harris is hurt, so he'll be out. So who we got at safety? X. We got
You'll have Malik Williams. You'll have
Markeith Williams. X.
Markeith. I don't know why I keep saying Markeith Williams. Caleb Spencer. You said Jaden Harris is hurt, so you'll have Jadias Richards. They gonna have to move some other names around because we real thin back there. I keep forgetting the walk-on guy. I think Mario.
Brian Balaam left, right? Brian Balaam jumped in the portal.
Well, Balaam is still there also, so he's more likely to play, but he probably ain't gonna be here that long after the season. But yeah, he'll be there for that game.
Okay. Markeith Williams, man. Listen, we were hearing a lot of rumblings of Markeith Williams last summer. Was going to test James for his position. He was playing really good. There was a lot of rumblings of Markeith Williams. And gets a new defensive coordinator. And then doesn't have the season that we thought he would have. Kind of sat in the back in the background. But it's his time now, right?
Oh yeah, it's his time. It's definitely his time. He had an opportunity to watch Cam and James for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So now it's his time. It's definitely his time. I mean, he has to do the best of his ability.
Yeah, it's definitely his time. But listen, they going up to
Mo Young. That's the guy. That's his name.
Miles Mo Young.
Yeah, Miles Mo Young. He's a walk-on guy. Yeah, he's a walk-on guy, but he could have gotten a scholarship at probably a bunch of other schools.
So Pinstripe Bowl just December 28th, Miami faced Rutgers. Not the matchup we all wanted. But what are we looking at here, X? Rutgers quarterback threw for 1,600 yards.
God damn, that's
The
all.
leading rusher ran for 1,000 yards.
Yeah,
And
that's for one. They got
what are we
a
looking
pretty
at?
good leading rusher. They got a pretty good leading rusher.
The leading wide receiver had 440 yards. Like, did they just defer every possession and let these motherfuckers just play offense and they just try to play takeaway? Like, what are we looking at here on offense?
Who's their head coach? Who's their head coach?
Greg Schiano.
Greg Schiano's a defensive guy.
Yeah.
He's a defensive guy. So people sit there and go crazy about Mario offensive strategy. You don't want to be Greg Schiano. You don't want to be an offensive player on Greg Schiano's team because he is not throwing that ball like that. He's gonna run that ball. He's gonna run the ball until they can't run no more. You see 1,600, yeah, they gonna run that ball. And if they can't run the ball, guess what? We gonna play defense.
But they had a 1,000-yard rusher and then they had a 400-yard rusher. I mean, they didn't do much offense this year, huh?
They run the ball. They play defense. Greg Schiano's a defensive guy. They run the ball. He did it. He had so the quarterback they have is a good running quarterback also.
Yeah.
He threw for less than 50%. Am I reading that right?
He's horrible passing. He's horrible passing, but he can run the ball. So they gonna run the ball and play defense.